in project management. As you already know, I've been working here at Western for a little less than 2 years. And I can hear you saying under your breath, here she goes again. When is she going to stop repeating that story? We have heard her so many times, and this is only her third semester. Well, I was still a temporary employee. I did my research and determined that I would like to make this a permanent position. One of the benefits of being on staff at Western is the opportunity to take classes without it costing you a lot for these classes financially. So when the opportunity presented itself to register for classes, I did not hesitate. I grabbed it. So I registered to take some classes in the MBA program during my first semester on the job. I did not waste any time. What no one knew was that since I have been living in the United States, this was my very first time in a classroom. You see, I did my undergrad in a virtual classroom. I did it online. Spring 2014 came and I started my class. For my first two classes, I made certain that I was early so I could select the perfect seat. Not at the back, not at the front, just right in the middle so that I could probably dodge some of the questions in case I was called on. I got to my seat, I smiled, and I said hello to everyone that went by me. Everyone was polite. They returned my hello and went off in their little groups. After listening to the different conversations and feeling left out, I realized that they knew each other from previous classes, which made sense. I was a stranger to them. Some of them seemed to have had manufacturing and engineering backgrounds, like those in their high-powered jobs at United Technologies Corporation, Aerospace Systems, and others in the manufacturing background in retail. I whispered to myself, what the HELL have I got myself into? Am I ready to attend and participate in an MBA program? I sat, observed, and right then and there I said, it is time to sink or swim. Let me let you in on a little secret. I lived, or I should say I'm living, I try to make it home every year, and that's Jamaica, on a beautiful island surrounded by water. Best beaches in the world, but I cannot swim. So guess what? I made up my mind that I was not going to sink in these classes. I was going to swim for my dear life. So, something beautiful happened in my strategic integration operation classes. I heard Dr. Huang use some terminologies that I have heard before, like plan, do, check, act. A tool used in project management. I perked up in my seat. You see, I have a story about attending a boot camp on preparing for the project management exam. But that's a long story, and I'm not going to speak about it today. But hearing something that was familiar to me caused me to pause and ask the question, intimidated? Who? But this time, instead of saying, who, me, I said, who, not me. So apart from having to think about being on par with my fellow students, I also had this other mental challenge of working in the office of the provost. I was fortunate, or maybe unfortunate, to be one of those persons whose name precedes them. You see, I am one of a few persons who send emails sometimes to the entire university campus. And for that reason, most people knew my name, but they did not personally know me. So for me, it was very uncomfortable coming into the classroom because I did not know what to expect. I did not want my fellow students to know that I was the same person who keeps sending them these ridiculous emails that they didn't even bother to open most of the time. I also interacted with faculty, with some more than others. So every afternoon when I left my office on the Midtown campus, I had to mentally take off my employee hat and replace it with the student hat. There was that added stress, more stress to me. As each week went by, things got better. In my class, I had another class on simulation projects, and for me this was a real icebreaker. Everyone in the class seemed to have been a little more relaxed after the exercise. And after sharing our experiences in doing the project, I discovered that they struggled with the project just as I did. At that point, I felt that we all wanted so badly to see each other succeed. I didn't have the manufacturing background, so I used what I had to compensate for some of what I did not know. I used my years of experience to participate in classes. Which brings me to my conclusion, that we are all not the same. Our strengths are in different areas, and we all bring unique experiences to the classroom. What I have valued even more than the knowledge I have gained in these 3 classes is the friendships that I have built. I think I'm still going to feel intimidated at the beginning of each class, but I will get over it, just as I did over these 3 classes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Cronin. Thanks for all of your friendships. Thank you.